It was perhaps the most tragic story in the tri-state this year, the death of a local woman after the Indiana stage collapse. Now, for the first time, that victim's mother is talking to you.
Yeah, in fact, we're talking about Meagan Toothman and her mother, Melissa Oakley, who told me that, Meagan was known for her incredible ability to connect with people. The Wittenberg University graduate worked as the cheerleading coach at Turpin High School while finishing her master's in school psychology. Her mother, who lives in Anderson, told me Meagan gave of herself in life and in death.
She loved concerts. I mean, she went to concerts all the time. I think she went to 5 or 6 this summer.
That included a trip to Indianapolis to see Sugarland perform. Meagan Toothman's mom, Melissa Oakley, got a call that night. Something tragic had happened at the concert. Melissa knew something was wrong when Meagan didn't answer her cell phone. She called hospitals every 15 minutes looking for Meagan.
We called the Red Cross, we called the state police, we called everybody, and we couldn't get any information. So we finally decided about 11:30, quarter till 12, to just get in the car and start driving.
They finally arrived at Methodist Hospital in Indianapolis, where Meagan was alive but badly hurt.
And when they first took us in to see her, I told the nurse that it wasn't her because it didn't look like her. And then I looked down and this ring was still on her finger. And I also saw her toenail polish because we had gone to Coney Island the day before and she painted her toenails and put her shoes on too fast and they were all messed up. And we'd been teasing her about that. So I knew it was her.
For 9 days, they sat vigil with their beautiful girl. Family, friends, and strangers came to see Meagan and wish her well, but as the week wore on, Meagan's body was shutting down.
The first few days, it didn't even look like Meagan. And I can remember on Wednesday night finally being able to see her eyelashes and being so excited about being able to see her eyelashes. That's the ironic thing to me, was that over the course of the week, even though the inside of her body was slipping away from us, over the course of the week, she began to look more like herself.
A few days later, doctors explained the extensive brain damage a scan showed.
The left part of her brain was very damaged, that she would never see, she would never talk, she would never hear. She would probably not breathe on her own. And he said that sometimes you're doing things for life and sometimes you're doing things to life. And we had reached the point where we were doing things to life, not for her life. Like, we know that our Meagan was gone. We know that the Meagan that we loved, that everybody loved, was gone.
As hard as it was to say goodbye, Melissa knew it was the right time to do so. Meagan had suffered enough, and Melissa knew Meagan wanted to donate her organs.
At Wittenberg, their mission is having light, passing it on to others. And that's what she did. Even in death, she did that. She saved 2 people that we know for sure with her kidneys. Somebody who had been on a waiting list for 1.5 years. And another person who has 4 children and 6 grandchildren.
Melissa and her family have plenty of memories of Meagan. They have tangible things like the cards she'd given them through the years. There are photos, and this, a heartbreaking lock of her hair the organ donation agency in Indiana, IOPA, cut for her.
The man from IOPA, Tyne was his name, spent probably 1.5 hours on Meagan's hair, washing it, washing all the blood out of it so that we could have a lock of her hair.
Melissa knows her daughter is a hero. Her actions prove it.
How does that make you feel?
Incredibly proud of her. Just incredibly proud of her. That again, during some of the worst days of our life, that she can still make a difference.
And perhaps Meagan left behind a message. In the days right after Meagan's death, Melissa found a book she'd given Meagan, the bookmark placed on a very meaningful page.
What I leave behind. I hope my achievements in life shall be these, that I will have fought for what was right and fair, that I will have risked for that which mattered, that I will have given help to those who were in need, that I will have left the earth a better place for what I've done and who I've been.
Meagan decided to become an organ donor after knee surgery, where doctors used cadaver bone to heal her. Melissa Oakley says this holiday, as you're surrounded by family, take this time to tell them what you want should something ever happen to you. Of course, we hope it doesn't. In fact, that's why Melissa decided to do this interview, because she knew I was an organ donor, wanted to talk about the organ donation process. And if you want to learn how to become an organ donor, to read a thank you letter to the community from Melissa Oakley, you just need to go to WCPO.com. You'll be hearing a lot more from me about the power of organ donation after we get into the new year.
We'll be right back.